These are 22 pets only pro Grow a Garden players use. Starting off our list with the 9-tailed Kitsune, who is arguably the best pet to own in Grow a Garden right now. Players only have a 0.08% chance of getting this prismatic tier pet from the Zen egg, but when I tell you it's super worth it, you best believe me. Because Kitsune's trait allows it to go to another player's fruit, mutate it with chakra, duplicate it, and then give it to its owner with a very rare chance to mutate it with Foxfire chakra instead. But if the pros already have a Kitsune doing its thing, then a corrupted Kitsune is the next pet to get. Both Kitsunes share the same model, but the corrupted one comes in a blue and black colorway. I kinda like the corrupted Kitsune's trait more, because every 20 minutes, you get a chance to have 9 different fruits get infused with cursed energy. Each fruit has a 20% chance to mutate with corrupt chakra, and if you're super lucky, there's a chance it gets corrupt Foxfire chakra instead. And why I mention both of these pets is because pros who have both of them in their gardens get to combine Foxfire and corrupted Foxfire chakra to make harmonized chakra with a 35 times multiplier, and harmonize Foxfire chakra with an insane 190 times multiplier. Reach this point and you basically have a farm on roids. Next up is the divine tier Dragonfly. This golden bug was added during the animal update and has a 1% chance of popping out from a bug egg. The trait for this guy is simple yet so powerful, which is why you have so many pros rocking it so frequently. Every 5 minutes, the Dragonfly turns one random fruit gold and grants it a 20 times multiplier. Also, the Dragonfly is one of the only 3 pets that can apply growth variant mutations to plants. The second one being the butterfly and the third one being the golden bee. Speaking of bees, there's another variant of it called the disco bee, which is super hot among sweats right now. The disco bee is basically a divine tier mutation pet that rocks RGB colors and some very cool shades. You get this cool critter from the anti-bee egg, and it doesn't take much to guess its trait has something to do with disco. Every 15 minutes, the disco bee flies to a nearby fruit and applies the disco mutation, giving them a 125 times multiplier. Perfect for any pro looking to whip up a freakishly good garden. Moving on to the Mimic Octopus. Staying true to its name, this mythical pet copies an ability from another pet in the player's garden and uses it as its own. But if a Mimic Octopus copies a pet with 2 abilities, it will only perform the first ability. The rare exceptions to this whole copycat mechanic are the French fry ferret, green bean, and other Mimic Octopus. So as long as you're not getting your octopus to mimic those 3, you're good. Oh, and you get this smiley purple pet from the Paradise Egg. We're gonna be talking about Raccoon next, but is it just me or does this pet look very much like Kitsune but in brown? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, this guy's another wonderful addition to pets who steal fruits and spread wonderful multipliers. The raccoon's trait is called Rascal, and it lets this guy sneak up to another player's plot and steal a crop. Well, less steal and more like duplicate it, but you get what I mean. This happens every 15 minutes, so you never know what kind of variety this furball might be adding to your garden. Obtaining the raccoon was a pain in the butt though, because players only had a 0.1% chance of getting it from the very limited night egg. I'm giving away 4,000 Robux to one lucky subscriber in the next 7 days, so subscribe now. If you're thinking furballs are the only pets in Grow a Garden, think again. Our next pro favorite is a prehistoric spiky boy called the Spinosaurus. This dinosaur is a primal egg exclusive with only a 0.5% chance to pop out for the lucky ones. This guy's highly sought after by pros because every 20 minutes, the Spinosaurus eats up a random mutation from 3 fruits, roars, and then spreads those mutations to a random fruit in the garden. This guy is picky with its trait because it refuses to transfer mutations until it's eaten 3 to 4 different fruits with mutations. It's a go big or go home kind of ball game. Also, the T-Rex has a trait that just so happens to be the inverted version of Spiny's trait, which is why having either of these humongous plant-devouring prehistoric beasts in your garden is respectable. Every 20 minutes, Rexy eats a random mutation from a random fruit in the player's garden, then roars and applies that mutation to 3 other fruits in the player's garden. Keep in mind that Rexy steers clear of fruit variants like gold and rainbow, but the praying mantis is all in for the gold and rainbow. This little guy has a chance to trigger either of those mutations on fruits, in turn boosting their value. Definitely a must-have if you're aiming for higher stacking bonuses. For pros who can't get enough of the rainbow mutation, you'll always find the butterfly pet hanging around in their garden. This is another critter obtainable from the anti-bee egg and was introduced in the friendship update. Every 30 minutes, the butterfly flies to a nearby fruit with more than 5 mutations, removes all of those from it, and it turns it rainbow. This is super beneficial because despite having only a 50 times multiplier, rainbow is the best mutation in the game. Hear me out. All environmental mutations, like rainbow, are multiplied by variance, meaning that the 50 times multiplier value of the fruit acts as its base value, and all other mutations therefore become 50 times more valuable as well. So the wildest addition to our list has gotta be the chicken zombie. This isn't a chicken who's a zombie, it's actually a zombie with the classic drool face, wearing a straw hat and blue overalls, sitting on top of a chicken, which I think looks way cooler. Players were able to obtain Chicken Zombie during the Admin Abuse War event, which means they had to join Grow a Garden before update 1.06. Using this pet is the only way to get the zombified mutation, which grants a 25 times multiplier. Next up, pros who want to stack up on resources, look no further than the Pancake Mole. This guy is the go-to pet for all kinds of stuff thanks to its resourceful trait. Shekels, trowel, recall wrench, sprinklers, including the Master and Grandmaster ones, none of these are a problem for this guy. Players get the Pancake Mole from the Gourmet Egg with a 38% chance. And some pets come with not one, but two traits, including our upcoming Lobster Thermidor. This delicious looking crustacean is a divine pet added in the second half of the cooking event. It can be obtained from the Culinarian chest, which players can receive from Rat Connoisseur. For the traits bit, Lobster Thermidor uses either the molten boiling point to make a nearby fruit molten, or the meteoric boiling point to make a fruit meteoric. Amongst all the pets with an ability to apply a crop mutation, the Lobster Thermidor applies the mutation with the highest multiplier, which is 125 times. While many pets work toward amping up crops, the Blood Owl flies a different path to make all active pets age faster. Blood Owl is a divine pet that could be obtained in the Blood Moon shop for 60 million shekels. It's one of the 4 owl type pets along with the Night Owl, Cooked Owl, and the regular owl. Moving on to the very cute Shiba Inu. While this guy sits at an average uncommon rarity, its trait pushes it up to an S rank status. Every minute, the Shiba Inu has a 15% chance to dig up a random seed, and the player can improve its ability by using Nihon Zaru or giving it gold or rainbow mutations. We're heading back to dinosaurs with the mighty Brontosaurus. This dino has a fun trait that allows your pets to get big. Basically, pets hatched from eggs have a 5.2% chance to increase 20% in base size and weight, and this size bonus is capped at 30% per egg. The trait only works on pets hatched from eggs though, but if you really want to do justice to the Brontosaurus's trait, consider pairing it up with ostriches while hatching eggs, where both size and age can be increased upon hatch. Then Lemon Lion was given as a reward for participating in the Admin Abuse War. Much like the Lobster Thermidor, this guy rocks 2 traits. The first one being Brain Roar, where the Lemon Lion's roars mutate a random fruit with the Brain Rot mutation, giving it a 100 times multiplier. There's also the Citrus Roar, which boosts a random pet with bonus experience. The Lemon Lion is super unique in the sense that it works for both pets and fruits, making it a must grab for any pro out there. If you thought the Lemon Lion has a weird name, check out the French Fry Ferret. Staying true to its name, the French Fry Ferret is a ferret pet with a red bag of yellow French fries on its head. The French fries packet has a yellow letter G on it, likely referencing the word gourmet, or probably Grow a Garden's attempts to avoid copyright with McDonald's. The ferret works to increase other pets on the farm by 1 level every 60 minutes. So clearly, this pet is a great hack for farming pet age in order to trigger mutations. Another all-rounder in the bag is Griffin. This guy functions as a mutation pet and a cooldown pet, and is also probably the most majestic of the bunch. You get Griffin from the Sky Roof chest with a 1% chance upon hatching. It was released as part of the second update of the Beanstalk event. The Griffin's trait is called Glorious Wings, which has it flaunt its wings every 15 minutes and release a cyclone. Pets struck have their cooldowns advanced by 60 seconds, and fruits struck have a 10% chance to get the cyclonic mutation. Also, fun fact, if the Griffin gets cyclonic on a fruit that already has tempestuous, then the mutations will merge into the Maelstrom mutation. The Peach Wasp functions similarly to the Griffin, but it's even rarer. It was added as a mythical pet that could be obtained by joining the game during the Admin Abuse War. Appearance-wise, the Peach Wasp resembles its predecessor, Wasp, from the Anti-Bee Egg, but trades the traditional look for a peach-pink body and shimmering silver wings. But the best part about this winged pet is that it holds 2 traits, the Peach Pollinator and the Peach Stinger. The former has this wasp fly to a nearby fruit and plasmify it, effectively applying the plasma mutation. The second one is more feisty because it stings a random pet and advances its ability cooldown by 60 to 120 seconds. So similar to the wasp and the Tarantula Hawk, the Peach Wasp has a trait that lowers pet cooldowns. Moving on to the forked-tongued sand snake. This slithering serpent is great for resource management because every time the player is buying from the seed or gear shop, there's a 1.45% chance that the sand snake gets to duplicate that item, meaning you get twice of what you paid for. Neat, right? The sand snake holds a legendary rarity and popped into Grow a Garden during the second part of the summer harvest event. Players can obtain it from the Oasis egg or head up to the harvest shop and buy it from there. And lastly, feast your eyes on the spaghetti sloth. This pet is interesting because it works with 3 different mutations all related to food. The spaghetti sloth blesses plants with either sauce, meatball, or pasta mutation every 3 to 14 minutes. But here's the fun part. If you combine all 3, that grants the spaghetti mutation. This guy has a 4% hatch chance from the gourmet egg, so getting it isn't the easiest part, but for the culinary delights, definitely worth the trouble. All in all, it's the perfect pet to have if you want to get cooking. Make sure to join my Discord for free items and giveaways.